Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the new trading week. I'm Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. So, yeah, pretty predictably, yeah, as we were saying in yesterday morning's video, that it was looking like we were gonna, without saying I was certain we were gonna do it, it looked pretty obvious like we're gonna come and basically backtest that 58k, which is pretty much what we came up and did, and that was where I was going to leave my judgment, leave my judgment on where we were gonna go. That was the extent of how much I felt like I could predict, because yeah, we are at an important point now. Obviously we've tested down to this 55k. We've ran into the 58k, this zone basically, this new resistance zone now. It is now a resistance zone. The zone isn't new, but the fact we're under it is now a resistance zone, as opposed to when we were above it, it was a support zone. You guys know what I mean. But anyway, yeah, so now we need to decide whether we are going to basically break above and hold above, so i.e. over, well, we'll call it 58.5, to be on the safe side, or are we going to, well, close and hold below, like we are doing, which would be, well, we could call it 57.5, but it's a bit just under that. But nonetheless, it's basically we're at that level or lower now anyway. So closing a 4-hour candle here and starting to come down would not start to look good. Would not look good. Obviously, we would be potentially gunning for this 55k level again, and if we come and test it again, obviously there's a higher likelihood that we break it, and then we'll be coming down to the 52s, and then I feel like we would get some acceleration taken out of this low around 53.3. Just because it's this previous low here, and that will probably enough to get to drivers deep into potentially below on a wick basis this horizontal at 52, so we'd have to see how we react there. But I do feel like we would have a nice bounce here, even if it is only a bounce and we break lower, but either way we should get supported at this level, and yeah, we could very easily get supported here and then make our way back up to the top of the range, because this is just a kind of a wider range that we're currently playing in, just basically playing it level by level. But yeah, first things first, first and foremost, we have to decide what we are doing at this level here. So yeah, pretty much closing candles above 58.5, I think will see us looking good, well, for at least a potential break above this top side. We may have to draw this in. Whilst it isn't one of our levels, it's obviously a level pretty much of importance in this shorter term. Let's just get the shift, the good old shift. Yeah, so we are kind of we have sort of got this top level here, in so far as our ranges are concerned, pretty much in no man's land. But this is the level, this is the range, this is the level that price action decided it wanted to make. Yeah, pretty much around 60k, maybe a little bit lower. We'll just move it up a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, Bitcoin at an inflection point, on this fine Monday morning. How is Ethereum Bitcoin pairing doing? Ethereum Satoshi pairing still just basically deciding what it wants to do, but not particularly looking bullish here, as we can see. But we are waiting for a move. Very severe decreased volatility here, as you can see. So potentially going to get a move in a direction at some point, be it up or down. I mean, as much as I don't particularly like to say it, it does look like that direction would be down, potentially come and test this horizontal. Maybe Bitcoin does, well, either break above here and accelerate, break down from here and accelerate down, and Ethereum doesn't do so well. Either of those can basically drag the Ethereum Satoshi pairing down. The US dollar pairing, you can see, still very tightly pinned within this range, so not too much going on there. Stock futures for the morning still pretty low here, but hey, Got to wait for those Americans with their stimmy checks to wake up to start deciding what they want to do. Silver also, as you can see, not particularly liking, and gold as well, not particularly liking the increase in the 10-year. So yeah, got to keep an eye on this. At some point, this is certainly going to wobble the markets, maybe even more substantially than it has been doing. Nasdaq, as you can see, bounced off our level, touched this higher level, which was pretty good for it to be able to get up that back up that high. But yeah, now looking like it's coming down again. So do we hold and close below here? In which case we potentially come down to this level, potentially take it out, or is this just a proper back test of this downward sloping trend line here from the descending broadening wedge, and we are now going to get the forward check, the back check, and pay check? We shall have to see. We shall have to see that DXY. Yeah, mounting a comeback here. Was looking like this rally was done and we were coming back down when we looked like we were going to potentially take out this level. But obviously this is why we have these levels drawn in of relevance, and obviously closing below them is the important thing to do. But we didn't, so we basically bounced back up and hit our top side level again, pretty much. So we are now getting, well, we're now just basically under there. So we could very easily get ahead of steam now, break above here and continue upwards. And at that point, I would start to have to question this dollar bear thesis that I am currently undergoing. Not for any fundamental reasons, just purely for a chart reason, just for how it's kind of starting to look. So yeah, there we go, getting deep into this zone here. This will look like a potential reversal, and yeah, if we look at this on the daily, yeah, you can see in the context of this larger move down, if we were like say to get a 618 retracement, we could very easily we'll be looking well, we'll be looking at around up the 97s, wouldn't we? So before like a potential decision point there. So the dollar could be putting in a bomb here. I think it's not got much further to go before it's going to really start to squeeze the dollar bears. So yeah, keep an eye on that. It's not happened yet though, but we are potentially at that inflection point. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to look at on here. Obviously, gold. No, sorry, not gold. Obviously gold. Yeah, gold struggling a bit here too. Could you say we pretty much tagged this box? Maybe, nearly, yeah. Obviously ran into 409. It is obviously going to depend on where the dollar does go, and also on bond yields as well. But yeah. So yeah, quick look at the stochastics, see how they are doing. Just 1 second. Yeah, 4 hour looking like it could give us some upside, so that could potentially bust us through that 58.5k. But 10 hour coming down, 12 hour looking to come down. Daily still not turned back up, and 2 day coming down as well. So yeah, looking not the best read for the stochastics to bust us through. So we shall have to basically see what happens today. Like I said, pretty important level currently. We are below it. So yeah, there we go, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.